transfer point?
Well, someday your paths will cross again.
Nah, I don't sing that way. She was just like really cute. Like I really want to be her friend.
The word lives, I
Friend.
Friend. Like this past 20 minutes has just been like Harold spam. Like I'm just like, oh, it's a notification. It's just Harold.
Yeah. That's weird. I wonder if so we're live now, but I wonder if like people on the YouTube, YouTube we get to see this.
This is gonna be the most relaxed thing.
Yeah, so it work for you?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm shirtless.
How does that apply to the situation?
It's like Snorlax on every single call, though.
Yeah, what it represents.
I know. I'm not even surprised anymore. Like I came onto this call and then I looked at Snorlax's screen and I was like, and then I just looked away.
It's funny because like during interview when we were interviewing for directors, everyone like the first few like dressed up, and then suddenly Snorlax pops on with like without a shirt. We're like, oh, that's typical Snorlax.
I'm showing self-confidence and how relaxed I am.
Okay.
I got very accustomed also to the kinds of comments that Snorlax makes. I'm just like, yeah, and then I react with like a little emoji thing. I love reacting because I think the emojis are really cute. I like the ones that wiggle.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
So I guess if you guys can, well, they can't type the questions into our G, but on YouTube there's like a live chat option. There's just like a chat box where they can type the questions.
This is the weirdest thing. I can see myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a mirror.
Yeah. We haven't done this before, so it's kind of unique. I wonder how it's gonna work out.
Oh.
You see the live chat?
Oh my god, I could hear myself. I accidentally clicked play. This is the worst.
You can just mute yourself.
No, it's like, no, it was the video itself, like the YouTube video. I clicked play because like I didn't know that it would be like streaming, like with like a 2-minute lag.
Yeah, I just muted the video and I'm listening to y'all's right now. Real time.
Hey, Chris said, I like that hat, Harold.
I know.
We have a viewer.
We have viewers. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Represent Utah.
Is Chris still here? Chris, are you gonna apply? I don't think he's here.
Yeah.
How can you tell if people are here?
Does it say how many people are watching it? Well, right now it says like 5, so. Look at
I can't tell.
You're looking real good.
Oh. We don't actually have any questions.
Just kind of make this, just talk, make it casual, because it's a way for people to kind of get to know us as directors.
I don't know. I feel like people already know me pretty well because I'm kind of loud.
Whoa, someone's popular.
No, that's
kind of
not
adorable. I love it.
Stop slandering me, Snorlax.
Good job on that post, Stephanie. I saw the video. I was like, this is pretty damn cute. It's like,
I was so embarrassed. Like, I got off of Facebook for a couple hours because I didn't want to see it again.
Yeah.
And then you know how like they automatically choose like a frame to just like have the video set on? They chose the worst frame, and I was like, oh, it's okay. Is anybody talking? Oh, it's just Chris.
It's just Chris.
Chris is just hitting on all the guys.
No one's really asking questions. But I mean, it just started. This broadcast just started, so Asian Standard Time. 9 means like 9:30, so I don't expect like.
Oh, hi, Twee.
To come on until like later on.
Also, just ask random questions. Ask the staffers random questions.
Who, us?
Yeah.
We ask each other questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. So Snorlax or Snorlax and Timothy. You got me calling Timothy now. Timmy.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm not on his friend level yet to call him Timmy. He's so intimidating. Look at that face. Here, I'll look at it.
I met him as Timmy.
Sorry. I feel
Oh,
like I'm
sweet.
not on his friend level yet to call him Timmy.
It's okay.
Intimidating. Look at that face.
It's weird because I've been calling myself as Tim at work. So 3 different names.
No, it's fine. You can call me Duvan. You can call me Tu. You can call me TVT or TV. I have so many nicknames. I'm like, whatever.
Echoing.
What is this? Hi.
Um,
We can chat with them.
Yeah, we can tag too. But we're talking right now.
What are these?
We can just answer questions. So how does everyone plan on selecting your committee members? Are you guys gonna do an interview process or most likely?
Yeah, it's gonna be an interview process. I want to hear them talk. I want to interact with them. Of course, they're gonna interview them.
Because I know Jenny asked me because some of her co-star members were.
Oh, it's Jenny. This is our e-board. Our e-board is saying hello.
Jenny, you didn't have a YouTube account before this? What the heck?
Wow, Jenny. How are we friends? I love you. It's Katie.
Jason's just jealous. Please.
We have 10 viewers right now, so
Wait, is Chris gonna be a family leader? Is that what he's suggesting?
he's interested.
Oh, family leaders.
That's what he told me in person, but we'll see.
I know some people who are interested in being family leader too. Like they explicitly will not apply for staff because they want to be family leaders.
I mean,
At the same time.
I'm applied to be a family leader.
Okay.
I can reprise your role as Thor, family leader.
Bring that back.
Anthony.
You can
Where's Anthony?
you can be
Where's
staff
Anthony?
family
He said
leader.
he's busy, so he might not make it. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna call him out on his family leader skills, but he's not even here, so just kidding.
Anthony's very friendly, so I'm sure his community would love him. He's like so easy to get to know and talk to.
Oh yeah. I also think that like a family committee with Anthony as the head, it sounds so fun. Doesn't it sound so fun? I would apply to be on family committee. It's just too bad.
You're not director.
I'm joking.
You're not director.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Where your heart lies.
I don't think that like it's completely in sync. And so we'll talk and then a minute later somebody will say something that seems a little bit off.
Yeah, there's some latency, but it's all good.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
The team is definitely lagging behind what we're saying right now. But
Jenny has some question. Oh, Liz has a question. On average, how many hours do you expect committee members to commit to if they are part of your committee?
Who wants to take this one? Harold.
well, when we released the application for staff, we said kind of like between now till like December, probably like expect 1 or 2 hours per week, just kind of meeting up, and then just getting on the same page with your committee and other committees out there. And once we get closer to the date, it's gonna ramp up to possibly like 5 or 8 hours, like a month prior to conference. But honestly, we're like we still have so much time left that I honestly want to say that committee members don't have to commit as much right now, or like it's not gonna be stressful because we understand that everyone's busy with like work and school. That given this like huge time frame, we can get all of our responsibilities done without kind of forcing people to like commit a huge amount of time. But that's the plan, or that's the goal at least. But right now, I feel like even like directors, we don't meet that much, because like we're still in the process of selecting staff members, and then once we do that, then kind of finalize the date and venue, and then that's when we can start ramping up planning process.
Here, I'll switch charges with you. Mine's not working for my phone.
My phone is at like 10%.
No, now it's 70.
Oh, just kidding.
But as for like, I mean, like, so that's a generic answer. But what about each committee? The directors, you guys have like
Okay, move your body out. Wait, why'd you take my phone?
Stephanie, we're having a Q&A. What are you doing?
Oh wait, I forgot to mute myself. Sorry.
Girl.
This girl. Right. Angie, you should go.
Definitely hospitality, because we are doing registration and hospitality this year into one committee. I think a lot more work is going to happen, just because we have to go. Registration has to do a lot of website and making sure the website's up and running. Hospitality in general will definitely do the majority of the work at the conference. So all the back work, all making sure every attendees get the food, water, making sure they know where they're going. So it's all mostly going to be at the conference itself. So probably 1 to 2 hours a week, maybe, would be the most amount of, like, if you want to put more work, that's fine, but minimum 1 to 2 hours a week for my committee. So media.
Okay, I can speak. So promotions this year, sort of like in past years, it's always been marketing in addition to media. So it sort of breaks into 2 parts. We have during conference, we'll be taking a lot of the footage, photos, and other videos and social media, etc. So there's going to be a lot involved in addition to creating a recap video. Ideally, we'd also like try and get like some of the photos edited too, so you can post those very quickly. So conference is going to be pretty crazy, but for media, but we will be able to get a lot of the great moments. Before that, we'll just be ramping up a lot of our graphic design for our posts and other videos as we do like a trailer and a hype video, in addition to staff retreat recap. So I'll definitely estimate a little bit more, so 2 to probably 3 hours. But I feel like during that time during our meetings, we'll definitely be able to like help out any individuals that do want to step up their photography, editing, etc. skills.
You good?
You can pass it on to him.
I think that's pretty, sums it up. The marketing part will probably be the most elongated task we have, because due to the fact that we have to create the design, but with the set, we do have set deadlines and we'll have a schedule, so it'll make it a lot easier. So in terms of promotions won't be too difficult when it comes to time management. It's all more for fun and more for learning. So our goal is to be able to educate, inspire, and motivate you to become a better person while improving your skills in your related fields. So feel free to come join media, promotions.
Yeah.
If you want to enhance your skills and whatnot, and also get a senior shirtless at every meeting.
Oh my gosh. Is that really a plus?
It's a big plus. And we'll pass it on to Bond.
Alrighty, for logistics, I think it's going to be pretty similar to hospitality and many other committees, it's probably going to be 1 to 2 hours per week. Actually, at the beginning stages too, it's going to be pretty simplistic. Where I'm not even sure if we need to have like a meeting every single week. But in the beginning stages, obviously, that's going to change closer to the conference. During the conference itself, we are basically, as logistics, we are just supporting other committees, and we're also making sure that everything is in its rightful place and everything. So um, during that time, during crunch time, so I would say probably like a month and a half prior to conference, the amount of work that we need to put in, especially into our playbook, and to keep everything super organized, would probably increase to maybe like I'm probably underestimating, but like I don't know, like 2 to 3 hours per week. I don't know. That sounds good to me. But yeah, overall, like in the beginning stages, I mean, we are taking care of like organizing a retreat and everything. But other than that, I think it's mainly like inventory and talking about what we need to do, how we need to help other people. And we're mainly going to be like liaising with all the other committees just to make sure that they have everything and they know where they want everything to be. Yay. All right, I'll just popcorn over to Stephanie.
Me. Okay, so programming. So right now there isn't really much to do just because you don't have a conference theme yet. So it's mostly just planning out your timeline and making sure that we know what's going on in terms of when we want workshop presenters and workshop themes and keynotes to be finalized. Things like that. Just like overall holistic planning, not really delving into the details. But once we have a theme and we're going to discuss that as an entire staff, we're going to get really rolling. And it really depends on how not fascinated, how passionate my staff is. And so if they're willing to get down for a couple hours every week or more to just discuss and kind of brainstorm and plan to see if there are any unprecedented kinds of workshop formats that they want to experiment with, or if they just want to spend more time making sure that all of the copies are perfect in as much as that means. So as accurate and as grammatically correct as possible, etc., etc. So it really just depends on how much the staff is willing to commit. But I would say that it's a minimum of 1 to 2 hours per week, at least in these formative stages in which we don't really know what we're doing yet, but we really need to figure it out. So yeah, and I'm gonna go. Wait, did everybody go? Yeah, just kidding. I'm done.
For the most part. I guess for Yan and I, we're EDs, but we're heading the sponsorship committee. I would expect around 1 or 2 hours a week too, just because the beginning process is just kind of meeting up to talk about potential sponsors that we might try to hit, or specific community numbers that we want to get involved and ask for help or funding, so they can help in any method possible. But 1 or 2 hours is enough for us to kind of discuss exactly what we want to do and kind of come up with a packet, sponsorship packet, which we can send out and make it very professional so that it details exactly the purpose of Apex and what we want to do with Apex, and just kind of get them more involved and up to date with the whole entire planning process so that they can exactly know how credible we are as an organization or as a conference. And more time to hopefully help us out. Yeah. Besides that, I guess we can talk about like our specific committee and what our community is responsible for. So, like I said before, sponsorship. Initially we're gonna create the proposal packet for potential sponsors, and then staff members for sponsorship committee will keep in touch with our sponsors and get them up to date, and kind of eventually by the end of Apex, kind of recognize them, make sure that we are broadcasting, just kind of creating slides during like opening and closing ceremony to get them recognized in our community throughout our conference. And then by the end, just come up with just thank you cards, letters, and just gifts to show them our appreciation. That's pretty much what sponsorship could be able to. Am I missing anything again? I think that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, it sounds good, Harold. Sorry, I have a layover in Denver for 90 minutes, so I'm going to be mostly listening in since you probably can only hear the airport sounds when I talk.
We can actually hear you really well. You're very clear.
Cool. Well, Harold basically got it. Sponsorship are the sugar mamas and sugar daddies of our conference, and we'll be taking in the money, handling our people. And it's going to be really fun, and you'll be learning some great skills to help you guys with your own BSAs and your VASAs to help your partners to help build up Apex-3. So you'll be working directly with the two fabulous executive directors, H², and it's going to be fun. You're like a mini committee of directors, basically, since we got our own directors, and now we got our second own committee. So y'all gonna be getting some personal time with Harold and I. So yeah. Harold.
I guess I'll pass it on to Vaughn. Talk about logistics.
Okay. Well, basically, the main part of logistics is, I would say, like inventory management, and then overall just overseeing the entire conference itself and how it plays out. So we are literally, I said this in my post already, but we are literally a part of every single committee because we need to know what all the committees need, what placements, like logistically and all that stuff, all that jazz. So how I like to see logistics is that we're in a sense like kind of planning the event, well, just organizing the event itself. So we need to know where everything is at what time. And I mean, honestly, y'all's need us. So we're here to help y'all's out. So yeah, the main part of it is inventory, organizing the playbook, sorry, I'm looking at the little sheet to see what I'm missing. Transportation. So we also actually that's mainly for staff retreat. But yeah, so we help out all the other committees on what they need. So we are like the nifty little helpers, and I think being a part of the logistics definitely helps with budgeting, although we are not part of we will interact with sponsorship regarding costs and everything, but just seeing where all the money is going, seeing how much money needs to be allocated to each committee as needed. And again, this is like event planning on a whole bigger level, just because we need to know where everything is going at all times. So if you join logistics, you'll basically learn how to pull off a successful event, in my opinion. Hair flip, because they're gonna be awesome. Am I missing anything? Harold Ryan. I think I basically just covered it all. Otherwise, I'd just be repeating what's on the staff retreat or not staff retreat, the staff packet and everything. I'll teach you how to be organized. And spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. We're gonna have fun. Alrighty, I'll popcorn backwards to promotions. Holla.
That's so cute.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I could start, I guess. So this year, definitely for promotions, I guess, that sort of differs or you can't find in the staff packet regarding promotions is Snorlax and I really want to push multimedia, get those videos out, get them to you as soon as possible. So Snorlax did a great job with the Apex-2 recap video. It was fast, it was precise, had all the fun moments. But this year, we got a drone. So we're stepping that up to the next level. So we're just going to improve a lot of our multimedia, getting a lot of gear. I know that Snorlax and I are both very committed to getting new technology for stepping up that multimedia presence. So if you are interested, just getting into photography or even a seasoned veteran, we're definitely getting a lot more equipment for the conference, and it's a great way to play around with it, learn, interact with other people that have varying levels of experience. Do you want to add anything, Snorlax?
Other than that, you'll be also learning more marketing techniques in terms of social media posts, learning to grab attention, and learning to be able to entertain your audience and know how to speak to your audience in terms of public speaking, in terms of posting on social media, and other stuff besides like photography and videography from me and Tim. We are excited to work with new gear. I am looking to expand my equipment list. I do have a large array, and I'm sure Timmy does as well, of equipment and a variety for us to use. So if you want to come and learn some hands-on videography and photography, this is the team to do it. And also it's great practice to help improve your portfolio. In terms of event photography, if you want to do that, or learning to do like headshots, we are planning to do some professional headshots at this year's Apex, just because it makes it more meaningful at Apex. Because you come here, you grow as a leader, and look, you also get a headshot for your LinkedIn and all this other stuff. So it's a great way to help out and grow your skills. So, yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, we're definitely stepping up a lot of our animations to like make our content pop out more instead of just static content like a photo or whatnot. You're definitely playing around with different stuff. So look out for our social media posts.
Doing holograms.
All right, let's go ahead and pass it to Stephanie.
Okay, programming. So we're responsible for, I would say that we're responsible for helping to give conference substance, like purpose, why we're doing this, what we're doing it for, what resources we have, and what we can give to our attendees. So we're going to be responsible for things like content selection, planning the general schedule with the executive board, speakers and keynotes, workshop presenters, and themes. So a lot of content-based things and the smaller logistical things like in direct relation to workshops. And following that, we would be handling contracts, maybe preparing thank you gifts and thank you notes. And so really for programming, I think that the most important thing is to make sure that all the documentation is very standard, very professional, and very grammatically proper. And just in terms of communication and transparency, we'll be reaching out a lot to people in professional fields to try to get them to consider coming and speaking or presenting at conference. So we just want to make sure that like no matter what within our staff, everybody's communicating everything that they're doing that is relevant. And I think that's really important. I think that honesty and transparency are probably the two most important things for me. And besides that, I want to focus a lot on proper delegation to make sure that all my committee members are feeling like they're making an impact. That's important to me too. And I think that is like a general overview. I'm going to pass it to Angie.
Okay, so for hospitality, we are basically the face of when the attendees are coming in, because we are also the registration. So we'll be the people who email out any important content when you register for Apex. We are we're also in charge of just the food and the snacks and the food, water to make sure every attendee is, not starving or thirsty during the conference. And also, we're the security of the conference. So we do the night shifts and making sure that we're respectful for every in the public area and whatnot, like the noise level and everything, and making sure that everyone is just overall, like happy and no like fights are going on, no like drugs or anything like that. So we're kind of like the security guard essentially. What else is there? There's like a little, yeah, that's like pretty much it. So the registration, just making sure the website, making sure that every attendee has everything needed, and yeah.
Okay. So we have a question. So it says, I'm interested in applying for staff, but I'm afraid it will take away from my studies. Should I be worried? Will I be able to prioritize my life without it having an impact on my committee? To answer that question, if you guys notice, we don't have all of our directors here. That's because they're busy studying for exams or like certain things in life that will come up. So they we excuse them from attending the group. It's nice to have all of our directors here, but it's not mandatory. We can't really enforce it because we know there will be other priorities in life that people will have to focus on. And to answer your question, we're very understanding, and I'm pretty sure all of the directors will accommodate to everyone's needs. All you have to do is just like keep that open communication and transparency, and just let us know in advance that this is coming up. I won't be able to make this meeting, or I'm falling behind with my responsibilities. Can you guys help out? And as long as you guys kind of keep that transparency, I honestly feel like all the directors and just staff members will help each other out, work with each other, and make sure that we finish all the responsibilities and meet the deadlines without too much problems. You guys want to chime in or add anything else to that?
I didn't really hear what you said because I kind of disconnected. But honestly, for me, all that really matters is that you're passionate and that you really want to contribute to something to the committee. So we understand if you're really busy and if you have other commitments that might be preventing you from putting in your 100%, but we understand that it's really hard to put in your 100% into anything. And so that balance between your commitments with Apex and your commitments with your academic affairs and everything in relation to your other extracurriculars, like that's something that we truly understand. So as long as we know that you're making an effort and we know that you're contributing some time and that you're actually doing your best. That's so sad. Can you hear me now?
Stephanie? I guess her mic kind of crapped out.
Did that work?
I sort of hear you, but it's very quiet. And she's gone. Anyone else have to say anything regarding, kind of commitment with their committees?
Well, my biggest thing is VSA. So when it comes to VSA, VSA is never first, never a priority. I've been involved with VSA for about 6-7 years now, and I tell all my new staffers, all my new members that VSA is never a priority. Your family, your schooling, your education, your life is a priority. So once you got that taken care of, then you feel free to come and help us out. So our goal is to provide a atmosphere where you can grow and learn, and we don't want to jeopardize anything that calls your growth and your learning. So if you got some personal issues to deal with first, feel free to take care of that, and then we'll be here when you're ready. So our goal is not to be able to like just force you to do this stuff, is to help you become a better leader. So if you want to make sure that well, you shouldn't be worried, because we're here to help you, because you're helping us. So our goal is to help you. I think that answered it right.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got it. But like, there will be meetings depending on each committee, like how often you guys will have meetings and stuff like that. But if you're unable to attend meetings, I'm pretty sure like for us directors, we have whenever we do meetings, we have meeting notes that we can later check back and see what was covered. If you have any questions, we kind of post it in the Google Docs. So it kind of helps out by documenting everything, so we can look back and just, in case we miss something or we just need that reference, we can go back and double check on things. So that's something that I feel like each directors will try to implement, so that if their committee members can't make a specific meeting, they can always like either talk to other staff members and kind of get an update, or talk to the directors themselves, or just look at the meeting notes on their own time. And it should be very well presented with information, just so they can be caught up, be on the same page, even though if they were to miss a meeting or whatnot. Yeah. I guess we'll just go on to the next question. We kind of address like how we would work with staff members to kind of balance out their struggles with just life, school, and just commitment with the committee. But next question is like, I feel unqualified for the committee I'm interested in. What are some requirements or skills you're looking for? Is there room to learn and grow in what you want in a committee member? To answer that question, for our committee, and Snorlax kind of addresses, as long as you show that you're hardworking, you're committed, you're passionate about what you do. I feel like staff is a perfect opportunity for people to step up and kind of learn, try new things. Because for me personally, I don't learn by just like sitting in a lecture hall. I learn by doing things. I learn by like kind of putting myself out there and trying new things and learning from my failures. So just every step of the way, kind of building on what I have gained. So by being involved with something new, putting myself in a position where I have to work with others, and I know that they're there to support me and help remember. It's a great environment for me to kind of blossom and grow in. Yeah, as for the directors, are you guys looking for anything specifically? Because I feel like when we're looking for staff, yeah, having some experience is nice, especially like if it's pertaining to the responsibility of each committee. But honestly, like these are things that we can, as directors, we can help our members out and kind of teach them and guide them along the way. Just kind of, like I said before, kind of provide an environment where they can grow and just feel comfortable with trying new things.
Okay, if you can't hear it, I'm gonna type, okay?
Stephanie, what happened to your mic? You were like so loud before, and now it's just like dead quiet. I guess I'll call people out so they can start talking. Talk a lot. So Snorlax, what kind of expectations do you have, or like what kind of requirements are you looking at when you're selecting your members?
When for our committee, when selecting our team, we're looking for we're not looking for like professionals. We're looking for people who are willing to learn. So if you have the equipment, and you have the heart, and you have the passion to learn marketing, graphic design, photography, cinematography, we're open to anyone who wants to be able to enhance their skills. So any skill level will do. As long as sorry, a little jumbled. Um, as long as you're very passionate about the things you want to do, and the reason why you want to do this is based on your interview and whatnot, we will accept anyone who on any skill level. So don't be afraid to apply, because we're here to educate, we're here to teach, and I think that's one of my favorite things to do as a photographer is to be able to help other photographers and cinematographers learn the trade and be able to share the same passion. But yeah, well, Timmy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually pretty new to photography. I probably started less than 2 years ago, but it's definitely something that I feel like anyone can easily pick up, especially with like smartphones and everything. Everyone's sort of acclimated to taking photography, and we're definitely excited to work with individuals, see their creative side, different perspectives they can get. We're definitely interested in getting different ranges of skills. Did any of the other directors want to chime in on that, or want to answer the next question?
Well, I just want to add as the executive director, sorry. So we chose our directors, our great team here, because we believe that all you guys will be great leaders and will be able to we didn't choose people that can just get it done. We chose people that will get it done and make sure that we have new leaders in the future. I'm sorry if I'm lagging, guys. I'm using crappy airport Wi-Fi. But so we want you to join, even if you think that you don't have enough experience. We will give you that experience. And you know, we all had like at one point didn't have experience, and experience is great. But if you suck as a person, then we don't want to work with you. So show us you're passionate and you want to do this and you're committed, because this is going to be awesome, and we want you if you believe that too. Yeah. Does anyone else want to add anything?
I'm good.
Y'all's covered most of it. I think the biggest one for me is just the willingness to learn. Again, Hagen said that we all have like the experience and everything. So it's kind of like us as directors just kind of passing down our knowledge. So for logistics specifically, yeah, there's nothing actually that I would say is a requirement other than being passionate. And just willing to learn, willing to try new things, and also specifically for logistics, you have to be willing to talk to others and get along. So that's also very important as well.
Next question. Can you describe your first conference experience? I've never gone to one, and I'm kind of intimidated. Does anyone want to start off with that?
Yeah, I can definitely answer. My first experience, I was one of 4 people from the University of Arizona that actually went to the conference. So I was really unsure of what to expect. It was my first, it was the first regional conference. It was Apex-3 in Denver, Colorado. But my experience was amazing. Everyone's put into families. The idea about the family is it's a tight group of individuals that you can get to know, carry on with you past conference. But in addition, it helps with the rivalry against all the other families as you compete in the family programming, as you like learn and grow together. The programming is also a great way for you to learn during conference and interact. There's a lot of great speakers from activists to filmmakers that are very passionate in their fields. So I feel like definitely coming out of conference, that definitely radiates, and it's quite addictive actually. Did any of the other directors want to chime in on their first conference experience?
So for my conference, my first Southwest conference was this past one was Apex-3, and I was part of staff. I'm actually from a different region from the Midwest, and my first conference for that region, I was also a staff member. So both different conferences, my first time an attendee, I was a staff member. And that's actually the most intimidating thing you can think of, because you have never been to this before. You don't know what is going on. You don't know the layout. You don't know anything, what goes, like the programming or anything, and you're already on staff. And so definitely those who think, oh, hey, this is my first time attending like Apex, don't be afraid. That's what I did, being part of staff. And definitely, I just love seeing like people work. If you really want to see like how everything is, from like how everything's planned out to where you see where the magic happens and seeing all the happy faces and everything, that is what you wanted. That's what you want to be part of as staff, and that's what I got to be part of. I was part of the hospitality staff in the Midwest, and I was part of the logistics staff for Apex, and they're totally different committees, but they really go hand in hand together. And just seeing how everything played out from the beginning to the end of the conference really just see is rewarding. And so that's what you get out of being staff. And also definitely building your confidence, because I was in the Midwest. My school didn't even have a VSA, so I was one of 2 people that went to the conference. So yeah, just building your confidence and everything.
Yeah, we can go to the next question. Let's see. I guess we kind of covered the question like, why should I go to Apex and what do I expect? We'll pretty much just meet people with the same passion and interests as us. Just people who want to embrace the Vietnamese culture, but at the same time, it's a great way to network and just meet people. The people who've been to UNASA, it's a huge scale, but I personally like Apex, or I like regional events more, because it's a smaller, closer unit of people, so I feel like I'm more connected to them. UNASA can be a bit overwhelming, but I went to my first conference, and that was UNASA, and it inspired me to like be involved with Apex. I wouldn't trade my like UNASA experience away, because that brought me to meet a lot of people and just kind of lit the fire underneath me, just kind of driving me to pursue more opportunities with the VSA community. But yeah, let's see. What's the next question? What's the best piece of advice you have ever been given? I would have to think about that, but does any of the directors have an advice?
I could go with that. The best advice I given and taken was to be happy. Because in life, we're eventually gonna die, right? Ooh, spoiler alert, we're all dying. So we're all gonna end up dying. So what's the point of stressing? What's the point of worrying? People ask me like, how do you stress? I'm like, how do you cope with stress? I'm like, I don't stress. What's the point? Stressing is just a mental thing. You get your things done, and then you become less stressed, and then next thing you know, you become happier. So do things that make you happy, right? If you like networking, you want to meet people, you want to make new friends that make you happy, and coming to Apex is one of those things where you meet new friends, you create long-lasting relationships, and you build connections that eventually will make you happy. Because then when you go to that city or you go meet those friends from other states, you now have a place to stay, you have a family to be with, and then you have friends that will stay with you for a lifetime. So when it comes to making a decision on whether to do what's right or do what's wrong, I say just do what makes you happy. Because in the long run, the only person that matters at the end is you. So you definitely want to make sure you're happy in the end because you matter pretty much. Sorry, got a little deep there.
Anyone else? I'm still thinking. That's advice. If not, we can move on to the next question. And we can always head back to that. So sure, let's do that. So what if I'm uncertain? What if I am uncertain if I can afford class conflicts to go to Apex this year? Would I still be able to be a part of committee? And that answer is, I guess it's different for each director, but honestly, I feel like all of us are very like we said before, we're very understanding, and we, as long as you're passionate and want to help out, regardless of whether you can go or not, we would love to have you guys on our committee. But I feel like it would be a shame if you guys can't go, but because you're working so hard for months on something, and then don't you want to be there to kind of see it out and like be proud of it? But I would encourage everyone to try their best to make it out to like these events and like go to retreat when we do have it for staff and directors. But honestly, if you can't make those, as long as you're kind of helping out, you're not slacking, you're not joining just to slack off, you're joining and you're actually getting work done and you're learning, trying new things, and you're getting the most out of this experience as you can, then I'm all for it. Okay. Hey, yeah, anything? Or anyone else? Or did I just cover a lot of it already? Because I feel like I would read the questions and then kind of answer it, but then if it was like too much, I should like let other people answer it.
No, that was great, Harold. Like, I totally agree with that. I understand, like, sometimes things do happen and things get busy, but, you know, we're all working towards the same goal of pulling off the best Apex yet. And if you're committed and you're willing to still contribute, we hope you do, all right, like, you're able to attend. We'll be announcing dates. Sorry. It's okay. We'll be announcing dates and helping you plan ahead for this so you can be conscious of it. So you can save up money and reschedule things and just plan for it. You know, we all have to do it too because, you know, all of us are still in school. But if you can't, you already know you can't go, but you still want to contribute, then kudos for you. Like, get it. We want you. That's awesome. We had people last year that had other commitments in other regions, other things, jobs, life that came up last minute. They weren't able to attend, and that broke our heart. But we are so appreciative that they were able to contribute to our region, to our conference. And I hope you're able to benefit from that and walk away, you know, as a better leader and having that experience under your belt. So, you know, we'll help you to try to do it by planning and letting you guys know. But we want you to be part of it if you want to be part of it. Anyone else, guys?
Guess not. Okay, here's a silly question. What's a popular food everyone loves that you hate? Well, I wouldn't say I hate this, but I definitely don't love it. Is boba, I guess. Like I always I always go out for boba. I was like, or my friends would invite me out for boba. But when I order my drinks, I never order a boba. I always get like green tea jelly, something else. But I guess when people say boba, just think of, you know, the chicken stuff. But as for the tapioca, black pearls, yeah, not really my thing. So like I said, I don't hate it. of people do love it, and it's not, yeah, I don't really care about it too much. But I do like.
I'm shocked right now, Harold.
It's like, yeah, I want to go get boba. Yeah, I'll get a smoothie. Boba. It's only 2 jelly.
I can't answer that. I love all food. I'm from LA, so there's nothing but food.
As expected from a Snorlax. Eat and sleep.
Oh my gosh, you're so obnoxious. Of course you have to say you're from LA. Mine would be pumpkin spice lattes. Everyone thinks I like them for some unknown freaking reason. I think they're disgusting, and I don't understand why y'all like them so much. I just can't get on board. They taste like vomit. So that's mine. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know why the rest of everyone in the world likes them.
I hate avocados.
What?
Yeah.
Hold up.
I've
Hold up.
My aunt, like, basically
You need to reevaluate these diets.
ties me with avocados, and I never liked them ever since. And I think the only time I ever actually liked it once was in a smoothie. Otherwise, I won't drink it or eat it.
Wait, so you drink an avocado smoothie, but not eat an avocado?
That was once.
Okay, so I gotta add something to that. I didn't grow up eating a lot of avocado. It somehow didn't taste good for me. And then I had sushi one time. This was probably like 3-4 years ago, and I found out I'm allergic to avocado, so I can't have guacamole either.
What?
What?
Oh my gosh, guys, this is ridiculous.
So sad.
How am I supposed to make you guys my award-winning guacamole when like 2 of y'all don't even eat avocados? I'll just give you a cup of water instead, I guess.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Okay, y'all, I need to leave. Sorry, I'm about to board. But you guys enjoy. Hope everyone has fun. I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Apex.
Do you want to answer?
Oh yeah, well, I basically eat a lot of things. I like to try new things as well, just because I like to cook in general. But the thing that I can't really eat, but I eat anyways, is mango. I'm allergic to mango, but I still eat it. I learned that I can eat up to half a mango without dying.
Half a mango.
Half a mango. And anything after that, I start getting hives and my throat closes and everything, and then I start dying.
That sounds fun.
I like to test it out though, because I like to think that my mango allergy will disappear one day, and I can once again enjoy it without eating Benadryl.
Does alcohol count? Like, I feel like at my age, it's a popular thing to drink. Like, everyone loves it for some reason. It's like always like, let's go to the bars, let's do this, let's get tipsy. But for me, that's something I hate. Like, I personally don't drink, so does that count as a food? With that, can this substitute my boba answer?
You know, they have alcoholic boba, right?
Yeah, they do. Not in Utah, because like Utah's very regulated, so
True.
definitely not something you would find here. But do they have it in Arizona?
Yeah. We have it in Arizona.
I guess that's one nice thing about going to Apex. You get to go to because we rotate it every single year. So our region consists of like Utah, Arizona, Colorado. So we rotate every single year. So every year when you go to an event, you get to try new things. This year's in Utah. Last year it was in Arizona. So just a bunch of opportunities for people to meet each other and kind of travel. Because who doesn't love traveling and trying new food and new places? That's one good component. That's why people should, if you guys want to be committee members, at least like support us and be attendees and just kind of take away from this whole time experience and learn more about what we do as an organization. Also, like just enjoy time and company with just people with the same passion Yeah.
Awesome.
I guess we're gonna, unless people have more questions, kind of start wrapping up. But someone here asked, why did you all decide to do staff this year for Apex? So, as for me, I applied because well, first of all, it's in Utah, so it's even more motivation for me to kind of help out and be involved with the conference that's in my home state. At the same time, Ayen reached out to me because Ayen is very well known in the VSA community because she's very involved in like NASA and just all the different regions out there. So she's very busy and she needed a co-director. So that's something, and I'm very passionate about VSA. I've always been kind of involved with our local branch. We call it VASA here. We added an A, Vietnamese American Student Association. But I've been involved, and even as an alumni, I'm still like attending the meetings and stuff. Because I do enjoy what we do. Just kind of embracing that culture, but also being there to help out new members and just new officers and help them transition and just support them. So because it was in Utah, it was more motivation for me to get involved and try to use it as a stepping stone to inspire new members to get involved and kind of pass on like this torch so that these members can feel passionate about what they're doing, kind of experience things, and then kind of shift it to their generation. Yeah, that's my reason for applying. Everyone else?
Yeah, I can chime in on that. So I think something that a quote that really resonates with me is "Be the change you want to see." I'm pretty an active individual, so I'm always pursuing new ways to personally grow in addition to providing a newer experience for individuals. I want to attend the best Apex conference that there ever is. And I feel like the best way to get that happen is to be very active in the experience as a director, but also just even by attending, I bring a little bit of me to the whole conference.
I joined Apex staff because I really love the event planning. I love doing that since high school, and I definitely saw through the different conferences I've been through, and just seeing last year's. It's only the second year. It's only going to be the third year this year. The improvement that we can do as a whole, and especially with hospitality, which is why I applied for hospitality. And just improve and keep making the improvement to keep the attendees happy and safe and everything. So.
Is your mic working, Stephanie? Or are you still in the no talking zone? I guess not. Should we end with this kind of two Vaughn and Snorlax chiming in, and that's pretty much it for our Q&A.
Basically, JK, Snorlax?
Go first.
Okie dokie. I actually am not really in a place to say this because I think a lot of us directors are around the same age. But for me, I'm just like, I'm old. I've been a part of the community for a very long time, and it's been such a huge joy of mine just to see how much SWUSA in general has grown. Sorry, I can't look at the side chat. But just seeing where we've come and how far we're going is absolutely amazing. And what I really want to give to the next generation of VSAers and everything is basically what I've learned, all the experience that I've experienced and everything, and kind of pass down my inspirations and passions, and see where it will take y'all's in the future. But yeah, I'm the same age as a lot of other people apparently. So, go Snorlax.
Apparently, staff is 12. The reason why I chose to staff Apex again this year was I think my first Apex experience at Apex 1 was just absolutely amazing. I was a family leader in charge of the Thor family, Tuvan and Ayan were actually in my family. And so I think it was just um, the relationship I was able to build from that first experience motivated me to keep coming back and help improve the amazing Southwest region. I think I fell in love with this region because you guys are so heartwarming, loving, caring, all above everything. I don't think there's even been words that been invented yet for me to be able to describe how amazing this region is. So it's just yeah, that's my motivation for coming back, and I think this might be my last year. So I want to give it my best, and just leave my legacy here in the region. Yeah, I'm sorry to break the news, but this might be my last one. So I'm gonna end it with y'all, and it's gonna be an exciting time. I'm excited to be able to showcase my talents and work with everyone on the team, so I can make sure we create the best experience for our attendees.
I agree. Definitely going to go all out on this one and try to end with a bang. So we're looking for passionate members to apply, get involved with us, help out, try to make this the best one ever. But besides that, thanks for kind of attending our Q&A. Thanks for all the questions. Hopefully we answered most of your questions. If not, you guys can feel free to email us or just post on our Facebook page questions, or if you guys know us directly, just feel free to send us a message and we'll try our best to answer your questions. Thanks to all the directors for hopping on. Thanks for being involved. I'm very proud of this group of people that I'm working with, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we have hold. But yeah, besides that, it's late, so good night, and see you when we next see you, hopefully at conference. Peace.
Good night.